Hey guys, it's Tiqqle, and in this video we're going to go over some stuff about Classic. You haven't heard me talk too much about it, but we are putting together our plans as the Tiqqle Party to hit Classic pretty hard. My personal plan, I'll make a separate video about that, and yes, I'm going Elemental Shaman, 51 points Elemental Tree. I'm not going to take those out for raids, just wait. Next, let's focus on the vote for the video though. New information came out relating to the PvP content, just like kind of late breaking, having to do with what's going to be kind of the rollout plan for PvP in Classic, because there were different. I personally, as many of you probably know by now, is that I had some exposure to Classic really early on, and I was playing it a little bit, but not too much, and then I kind of came back and played the game kind of hardcore again in BC. So that's where I really was into it. So this is a lot of new stuff to me, which is pretty interesting. So I've been doing some research, learning up, teaching myself about it, trying to make sure that I'm informed, but I think it's pretty interesting. So let's just kind of go over what their notes are, and then I have some information for you guys maybe you don't know either and are curious, so we'll go over that. So Bornak over here, we broke since this is all about the Classic PvP content plan, since we broke down the plan in 6 phases, we'll be rolling out for Classic, etc, etc. As the case when WoW originally launched, there won't be a formal PvP system in WoW at the onset. So that pretty much means like World PvP is going to be it, like nothing in terms of honor or anything else. It's just going to be, you know, killing those people in the zones to get those quest mobs or those farming areas is what I'm expecting. You'll still be able to PvP, etc, etc. And then it kind of goes into it, but I think what's the best place to look at it is just the rollout. There's some text here, and I'll put all the links to all the things we're going to go over in the description one by one, so you'll be able to check it out there. But I think what's interesting here is they talk a lot about the different systems and everything, but really they're just kind of walking through this phase, and I'm a simple guy. I want those quick bullets. I want to understand it that way. So, number one, when Classic launches, you can PvP one another in the world, but there's no tracking, there's no formal rewards, so you don't really get anything. The rank up system is there, nothing like that. So you're just gonna be able to bang, 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 or cast on people and just PvP like that. And I'm sure people will, because there will be questing areas, there'll be all that stuff, so that'll be fine. Phase 2 is the honor system, including dishonorable kills. We'll get to this in a minute. Honor system being getting the contribution points, ranking up, I'm assuming, because then it says PvP rank rewards. So this is the High Warlord. This is all that grinding that people have talked about for the entire time I played World of Warcraft. They've talked about the PvP rank rewards, how long it took, how farming worked, all the kind of realm specific stuff. And so a lot of that is actually pretty interesting. I personally will not be pushing for those high PvP ranks, mostly because the time they require, they even say above, you know, they're warning people, you know, the time that it takes will be, it will require substantial time investment to honor up, rank up in the honor system. So it's actually pretty interesting. And I am excited for that. It does actually give, you know, people credibility, not credibility, but like give them like renowned about people that have farmed their way up and they're able to do that stuff, and either based on skill or gear. And now skill and gear are now a combo in my mind in terms of Classic PvP, so I'm pretty excited about that. But what's super interesting is including dishonorable kills. I was talking to Garf today and some other people about what is this? I personally had never dealt with dishonorable kills. I had no idea what it was, and they started to explain it to me. It has to do with either preying on super low level people, or killing civilian NPCs, or killing NPCs that are very crucial to questing or moving around the world, or just playing the game. So killing flight masters, quest givers, that type of stuff, which I did not know. Which is interesting because that basically means Blizzard made them attackable, but if you did it, you're a jerk and we're going to punish you. And so one of the places that this actually is, and I'll put it in the description, is from the WoW Classic Manual, which is actually really cool. I found it online. So if we just kind of look, we have honor points, which everybody's like, dude, I know what honor points are, of course. But maybe you're less familiar with dishonor points, which I wasn't aware of. So let's just kind of walk, you know, we'll kind of go through it. Even among enemies as bitter as the Horde and Alliance, there is honor. If you flaunt this honor and engage in objectable PvP play, such as killing new players vastly inferior to your level, yeah, like high levels, going up to zones and just banging on little men, such as killing new players, or killing essential non-combat NPCs such as flight masters or quest givers, you'll earn dishonor. I also learned that if it's like civilians in the cities or stuff like that, if you cleave them down, you're going to earn dishonor. If you accumulate enough dishonor through your criminal actions, you'll be branded an outlaw. As a consequence, you'll suffer experience penalties. I actually didn't know this. Lose access to your own faction cities, and it becomes become so hated even your own kind that every faction NPC can attack you on sight. Meaning that if you kill these NPCs, if you farm noobs, if you do stuff like that, your own city guards are going to fight you. Literally, all of your faction NPCs will fight you because you are a jerk. Which is actually a really cool system. Punishing people for taking advantage of those newbies, to punishing people for kind of destroying some gaming experience for other players. It's kind of a cool system, and it's kind of like, you know, D&D, light, dark, good, bad, you know. But so you could technically, I was talking to some other people, you know, if you do this enough, you basically can't go back to your city. You have to go to a place like Booty Bay or places where there's like outlaw areas because you can't go to your city. You can't go to your buddy, you know, the Alliance city, the Horde city. You can't go anywhere, so you have like little outlets to be able to go to. And then how do you, okay, so that's fine. Let's say you know, get some Dishonor points. How do you get those back? Recovering Dishonor World of Warcraft is forgiving of transgressions, and if you refrain from dishonorable actions for a long enough time, you will eventually return to favor with your faction. So I guess I don't know the time delay here, how long it takes for you to rank up back to just probably neutral. If you guys do know, or if you guys have experienced this before, put it down in the comments. I personally have never gone through this. I didn't even know this was a thing until now. So definitely throw it down below, guys, and it would be, I'm sure a lot of people will be interested in learning that. Another thing I learned in this through some of the other sites, you know, there's a lot of complaints about the system's been raised due to the fact that it almost completely destroys city raiding. Yeah, think about it. You go into cities, you accidentally cleave down, you know, Aunt Louie and or Uncle Louie, whatever. All of a sudden, you know, with one hit because it's a civilian, all of a sudden, all of that hard worked, you know, contribution points and honor points that you've racked up for those PvP ranks or what have you is gone. So you have to be careful, and so it kind of deters some of that kind of world PvP potentially. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, and I wasn't aware of this. And then the other thing we found is you get titles. So if you become a jerk, you can basically go around with these titles: Dishonored, Outlaw, Exiled, Pariah. These are literally titles you'll get from doing this and getting your rank so low. Other games have different type of karma systems that you can go like perma red and just like, you know, be out there and like, you know, always PvPing, can't go back to town and stuff like that. The only thing I'll note is that there's nothing in here that says that you're an enemy to your own faction, so it's not like you're going to be able to be attacked by the Horde if your Horde and this happens to you. It's only NPC based, which is actually a pretty big, that's a big deal. You can't get killed by anybody, and you can't attack everybody. I mean, this is going to be pretty cool. I'm getting more and more hyped about Classic as time is getting closer and closer and closer to launch. But guys, let me know down below what your thoughts are on the honor system. Does it take too long? Do the dishonorable kills, are they just like, did they destroy everything? Let me know down below, guys. Appreciate all the feedback. Again, guys, I'm not the most familiar with Classic, but these are little things I'm picking up and I'm saying, hey, what's this? And I'm digging down into it. Now, Phase 3, this is Aldrich Valley and Warsong Gulch. These will be I'm assuming the first battlegrounds, and my understanding is, I'm assuming this means that this is the long version of these things. People talked about AVs that would go on for weeks, or a week, or whatever it is. You know, I'm not sure really what this entails, you know, for doing this. I remember doing it in BC mostly. I did a little bit in vanilla itself on a level 19 warrior, but that's that. But let me know down in the description, guys, is this the AV that is the super long 12 weeker? You know, is this gonna be like, you know, the entire pregnancy of your wife? I mean, just let me know down below in the comments. I would appreciate it. And then Phase 4, AB. Okay, so one more battleground comes out. Okay, I'm not sure if there's gonna be any other substantial changes there. And then it's kind of funny, there's no Phase 5. Phase 4, Phase 6, Phase 5, Secret. But Phase 6, World PvP objectives in Silithus and Eastern Plagueland, which is kind of interesting. I never dealt with. I was really into it in BC when these things were kind of, they were there, but no one cared because all of it was irrelevant anymore. So it's definitely an interesting thing. And I wanted to get to know a little bit more about this. So I went looking. Oh, so I guess, and I do guess that the phases are having to do with the rollout. So maybe Phase 5 is part of their PvE rollout with no additional PvP. Maybe that's what this means. I'm assuming so. So when I went looking for Arathi Highlands, I found a trailer. So I figured let's just kind of look at it. I'm gonna give credit to Gamerspawn. Appreciate you guys having this video up. It's from so long ago. It's kind of funny. So if we just kind of look at that, watch this real quick about the Eastern Plaguelands.
For years, tensions between the Alliance and the Horde have mounted as worldwide conflicts threaten to plunge the two factions into all-out war.
Major yikes, dude.
Now, the Alliance has begun to tighten the noose. And whoever controls the towers in Eastern Plague
Where's Jane at?
controls the tide of
It's kind of funny. So I'm assuming that this has to do with like the honor hold type stuff in Hellfire. So this is, you know, oh wow, okay. I'm assuming this has to do with that. You capture it by being close by and you take a hold of it. I don't know what you get, maybe an NPC. I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments below, or in the description. The comments, oh my gosh, it's wrong with me. The description below of what's the deal here with this PvP areas. Are these world PvP events going to, you think they're going to be good? Or do they actually have some content to it? Is it going to be something that people are going to be going for? And what are the rewards that you get? Guys, let me know down below what you guys think of these things. This is pretty funny though. Like, this is what everyone's building up to, right? In terms of PvP. Oh my god. Oh, you have an ice arrow. It's the good stuff, dude. I can already get the feels. The music itself. This is what happened at BlizzCon, right? But anyway, guys, yeah. So this is the Eastern Plagueland AOE, you know, AOE PvP. I saw T3 on Sham, or T2. I mean, this is the hyped up content we've been waiting for, right? But anyway, guys, that's pretty much what this is about. I don't know about the Silithus stuff, if it's kind of similar, but I don't know if it's necessary. Like, I don't know if these are things that people are going to be itching for, because you can't even see these things anymore in the game. I'm not as familiar with the vanilla stuff, but I'm excited. I mean, these are the world PvP in general back then, even in BC, was great. So I'm hoping that this is even going to be even better, especially when people are going to Classic, probably for those experiences. So they're going to be in those areas reliving that. So I'm pretty excited about that. But that's pretty much the PvP plan. As you can see, there's nothing about Arena. Arena wasn't in vanilla. That came in BC. And there's nothing about, I'm trying to think of some other BGs that came up after Eye of the Storm. That was BC. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is classic WoW PvP. If there's anything else, guys, that I'm missing in terms of kind of things in WoW classic PvP other than these 6 things, let me know in the comments below, or if there's other links that kind of that give more context, I would appreciate it. And guys, that's it. I just wanted to go kind of quickly over this. This just came out, and I wanted to give you kind of my thoughts. I mean, I'm excited. I'm going to be playing Ellie Shaman. I'll make a different video about this, but I will be going Ellie a little bit different than most people would have thought, because whenever I talk to them about going Ellie, they're like, oh, you're going to go Resto and Raid. I'm like, no. No, but I'll have to use like cloth gear and all that stuff. So, but we'll have to figure that out. I'll have to steal gear from the casters. It'll be fine. All the mages, they don't need it. Whatever. I'm more important. It'll be fine. But anyway, guys, with that being said, we will see you in the next video. Let me know what you think about all this stuff, all this PvP classic stuff down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.